I was actually enjoying a very nice break away from YouTube, and I know some people are going to say, well, how is this a break when you uploaded 2 videos yesterday? Well, pretty much any videos where I don't have to talk, I can just stitch together some news articles, is pretty much a break for me. I think between the 2 videos I uploaded yesterday, I spoke for about 10 seconds. But today I was having a great day. I ordered some Cuban food, I was playing some Super Mario Wonder, which is a fantastic Super Mario Brothers game, by the way. And I was pretty much like, you know what, I am not going to look at the news today. I'm not going to do it. But every time I picked up my phone, every time I went to go look through my phone, I was getting very tempted to look at the news. I kept saying, no, don't do it. And my mind said, do it. Do it. While I thought my mind was shut off, I was completely wrong because I lost the battle with my own mind. I go to the news and lo and behold, there's an article right in my face that I want to talk about. Before I do begin this article, I do want to state that talking about Elon Musk is very difficult. He's very controversial in the way that he does come off as the anti-Bill Gates. He comes off as the anti-Mark Zuckerberg. He has spoken out against the World Economic Forum, calling them the unelected world government, which I have always stated that the World Economic Forum is one part of that shadow government that rolls behind the scenes. He has been a person who has been skeptical and spoken out against the C-19 jab, winning a lot of trust over a lot of people who also have spoken out against the jab. He has been attacked by big media for spreading disinformation. There were a lot of people who were very excited when he bought Twitter because here's a CEO who is very rich and powerful but also believes in freedom of speech that is taking over Twitter, which back then they were very censorship friendly. If you speak about things like the jab or have spoken about things like very conservative values, you would find your posts or your tweets being deleted or banned. But when Elon Musk bought Twitter, a lot of things changed, a lot of censorship went away. But there is some controversy whether the censorship is still there or not. But had you spoke about a lot of things that are being spoken about right now, they would have never slipped through the cracks like they are now. He's doing interviews with Joe Rogan, another guy who is seen as somebody who is very pro freedom of speech. He's even smoking with Joe Rogan. So out of all the tech billionaire CEOs, Elon Musk is the most trusted name. But at the end of the day, Elon Musk is still a billionaire who wants to change the world with his technology being AI. He even called his AI as demonic. He says that he's summoning demons.
Maybe at the national and international level, just to make sure that we don't do something very foolish. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
So how far can we really trust a billionaire? Now, before you answer that question, before you say, well, yeah, for a billionaire, he seems like a nice guy. He does seem kind of trustworthy. Would you have a portion of your skull removed and have one of Elon Musk's microchips implanted into your brain? Even though you may have said, no, I would never do something like that. That's crazy talk. Apparently, thousands of people are doing just that. They are lining up to have a portion of their skull removed and have their brain microchipped. I do remember a time when it came to technology, my parents would tell me, don't sit too close to the TV. It may affect your eyes. It may affect your vision. But now when it comes to technology, this day and age, people are actually taking apart their skull and implanting technology into their brain. This brain chip from this very trusted individual is a part of what's known as Neuralink. Neuralink is basically a Fitbit inside your skull. But from what I've researched, Neuralink is a little bit more than just a Fitbit, which I do hope so because people can just pick up a Fitbit. I hope people are not that lazy where they'd rather have their skull removed and a microchip implanted in their brain instead of just picking up a Fitbit. Neuralink would also enable those with spinal cord injuries to move their limbs and could also effectively cure paralysis, blindness, mental illness, and other neurological conditions such as Alzheimer's disease and dementia. This sounds great. Imagine breaking your neck and becoming a quadriplegic, a paraplegic. You can't move your arms, you can't move your legs, you can never get out of bed again. This technology comes along and now allows you to move again. This all does sound great until you read the fine print, until you understand what their long-term ambition is. And the long-term ambition is for this technology to allow humans to compete with artificial intelligence. The problem with this is, and you may be saying to yourself, well, great, they are giving us tools to protect ourselves against AI in case it goes rogue. Just like they've been calling this AI demonic and they've been summoning it from hell In case it does go rogue and become anti-human, they can implant this chip into our brain and we will be able to fight back. That is not how that works one bit, and I am sure the microchip that is implanted inside your brain is probably being controlled by these same AIs. Once you get microchipped, you are now a part of the AI. So when they say we'll be able to compete with AI, they're not saying we can battle against AI or hold our own against the AI. No, we will be able to be a part of the AI. This is how they're going to win people over. This is how they're going to get people microchipped, with the wording. Because with that wording, competes, you're thinking to yourself, you're going to now be able to compete with the AI. You're going to be better than the AI, because all we've been hearing in the news is that AI will take over jobs. It will pretty much render humans useless. AI can decipher ancient texts in a second. It can create songs in a blink of an eye that will take songwriters months to create. AI can fly planes better than any pilot who are dropping dead from heart attacks. It can master many different types of planes in a flip of a switch. Why do we need human pilots? All you have to do is implant yourself with this microchip and you can compete with this Pi-bot that's coming out in 2026. You can possibly save your job and now make money again. Now come to think of it, I'm starting to think the whole AI is going to be a real problem, is nothing but a fear-mongering tactic to get us microchipped. Now we can all save our jobs because we can now do something as good as an AI robot with all the emotions of a human. We will never have sick days. We'll never have those days where we just don't want to get out of bed, so we're just going to call off, because the AI will tune that microchip in our brain to now make us want to go into work with a smile on our face, ushering in complete transhumanism. Next year, they do hope to operate on 11 people, but by 2030, that 11 people will become over 22,000 people. But scary enough, Neuralink is not the only brain chip. There are other brain computer startups like Synchron and Onward. Very ominous names, but Synchron and Onward have already actually begun human trials, where Neuralink, well they say anyway, is still testing theirs on animals like pigs and monkeys. But I just wonder what's become of these humans in Synchron and Onward during these clinical trials. They do say they were successful, but we will never really know the truth. We don't hear anybody in the news and media saying how Synchron and Onward has changed their life with their brain chip, so we pretty much have to take the company's word for it. Here again, the article states that the company eventually hopes to make a device that will create a sort of symbiosis between humans and machines that would allow people to send messages or play games only using their thoughts. But first, the company does hope to help people with neurological disorders. This article makes it clear how this company is going to introduce us to transhumanism. It makes it clear. First, they're going to gain and win over our trust by helping people with neurological disorders. Those who can't walk will be able to walk again. Those who are blind will be able to see again. And then once they gain over the public's trust, anybody can get Neuralink installed into their brain. This article even states again the billionaire has warned that Neuralink needs to pick up the pace like the world is ending, to keep up with AI and the possibility of an AI that will not be friendly to humans. By 2030, it's going to be recommended that everybody gets a chip in their brain. It's going to be recommended just like how the C-19 jab was recommended. It's not going to be mandatory, but if you want to keep your job, if you want to keep on earning a livable wage, if you want to put food on the table for your family, you're going to want to get that microchip. In this ever-booming AI world, those without the chip are now considered obsolete. You want to live in a 15-minute smart city, the only way to live, the only way to access all its features, the only way to access entry into your home or into a store or access your bank account, you're going to have to get this brain chip. This brain chip that will synchronize with AI, giving AI control over the brain. This perfectly all falls in line with the 2030 agenda, the UN's 2030 agenda, transforming our world. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.